You pull. You feel a strange.
Ouch!
Good day to you, young man. What can I do for you?
A content, hairy dog sits on the floor of the store. Its name tag reads, Hank. As you pet him, Hank licks your hand and thumps his tail in appreciation. You speak to the dog in a soothing voice, and his ears perk up.
Go ahead and pet him. Hank loves attention.
I ain't nothing but a hound dog. Actually, my parentage is a bit unclear.
You speak to the dog in a soothing voice, and his ears.
I'll bet you're no stranger to living a dog's life.
I've got some dusting to do. Let me know if you need anything.
You speak to the dog.
Got any flea powder?
You speak to the.
Got any flea powder?
After recovering from a whack on the head at the hands of the bandits.
A shame what happened to old Rob. Boy, he's quite a Oh, I'll say. Pity. He comes up to visit after hours.
When closed, the coop does its job well. The hens peck their way around the coop. Where would You're no rooster.
What do we have to do to get a nice, handsome cock in here? Cock-a-doodle-doo! Always wanted to say that. My last husband complained that he was henpecked. Could we get some better feed in here? I've heard of a delicious blend of herbs and spices.
Your teeth.
Do my feathers make me look fat? Cock-a-doodle.
Your teeth. You're no rooster. You pull out. You feel a. Your hand.
Boys. Oh, ow. My sister has a sticky beak.
Your teeth might lose.
Are you a breast or leg man? If there's one thing that hens can't stand, it's being prepared by an amateur chef.
Your no.
Who clipped my wings? My sister. My cockadoo.
Your teeth. Your teeth.
What do we?
Your no.
Cockadoo. Pity.
Where would you put it? You pick up the chicken. You set the chicken back on the ground. You pull out. You feel a strange. The trunk is home to a fair few bees. You can smell the honey from here.
Pain.
This is the foot of the mountain where you and the wizard live. This is
Home.
This is climbing the mountain, climbing.
Why does the end?
The squirrels clean and preen between dashes of acorn mania. The squirrel.
You look terrible. You need more acorns in your diet.
Days. They're all...
How can you crack anything open with those teeth?
If you can't sit on the branch, you shouldn't climb the tree.
Pain.
How can you crack anything open?
You do better sticking.
How can you crack anything? You're not a gold acorn prospector, are you?
Home. Is there...
You sing a song out loud and strong.
How can you crack anything? You look terrible. I hope you've got your winter spot picked out this year. How can you crack anything? You're not a gold acorn.
Why does the end...
You're not a...
You look terrible. You need more acorns in your diet. You look... If you can't sit on the branch, you look terrible. How can you stay warm with only fur on the top of your head?
Days.
How can you stay... How can you... You look terrible. If you can't...
Sap is for saps.
Pain.
Birds rest near birds' nests throughout the forest.
Do you know why Mananan is always going on those trips? He's looking for a replacement.
He does that often, doesn't he?
Every 17 years, so they say.
You'd never think to spoil this. You can't spend all day trying to pick up birds. You can't.
I bet you eat birds just like the rest of your kind. For animals who can't fly, you humans rarely keep your feet on the ground. I bet you eat birds. For animals who can't fly, I bet you eat... Quiet! I'm contemplating another egg. You're a decent size. Pity you're not a worm. You're a decent... For animals who...
Aren't you a little tall for an ape? If you were meant to wear clothes, you would have been born with feathers. If you were meant... Aren't you a little tall for an ape? I hope you're feeding those chickens well up there. I hope you're... Aren't you a little tall? I hope you're... Aren't you a little... If you were meant to wear...
The hole is deep, much longer than your arm. There appears to be a glass bottle at the bottom. Your whole body doesn't contain enough fluid, much less your mouth. Try as you might, you cannot reach the bottle. You can't. Try this. If you want a drink, nice thought, but few trees can communicate in this way. Big Z-Wig-Z Spy. Nice. It was to be expected that a spider of this size wouldn't just live off fly. Be careful, the water gets deep quickly. Being raised on a mountain didn't leave much time for learning to swim. Try to stay focused. It's busy breaking speed records. The dirty brown storm brew. The little vial of magic. You should pick another place to change form. You don't want people to become suspicious of you.
Wench! Wench! Come over here, Morale!
You should pick another place to change back. You don't want people to become suspicious of you.
Squirmed just
Wench!
You overhear snatches of the two bandits' conversation.
squirmed just like a pig. And that rope you rigged inside that big oak tree works great. Now nobody here will find our hideout. Why, I'll bet even that wizard.
So ends my fun. My flight's now done.
Your spell is wearing off. You bend down and look into the small hole. It's too dark inside to see anything. The beautiful trees of the forest. The acorns. The beautiful trees of the...
What a fine oak.
You look up into the towering oak tree. You can only see large spreading branches and thick leaves. Looking down, you see a small hole between the tree's large roots. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You pull out your. You feel a stream.
You'll create no magic around me, Gwydion.
Looks like you were caught red-handed.